Oops. And we just invite that to be perfect. So for the month of March, for everybody who is gathering today, particularly for those of you who are new to the Spokane Sangha, for the month of March, we have been exploring the very vast theme of forgiveness. And we're actually going to be exploring this theme for the month of April as well. And I have been engaging everybody in a practice that I call pasade, which means forgiveness to tranquility. And it is a 5-part practice that is common in monastic settings of working with forgiveness, where you allow a regret to arise. You work with reframing and refraining from talking to yourself from that really negative inner critic voice, the voice that's such an authoritarian, the voice that is so negative and diminishing, the real vicious inner critic. And so we refrain that, and we begin to talk to ourselves, working with that regret specifically with a little bit more gentility. And then the third action is to take something, to remediate it, to actually engage in a ritual where you bring forward that regret, you talk to yourself in a new and more inspired way, and then you take refuge maybe in the 3 jewels. So you just chant, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. Yesterday we chanted the Buddha's chant. Something very, very simple, some way of enacting, okay, I did something unskillful. I'm a human being with the capacity to be unskillful. I will recognize that. I will not make excuses for myself, and I will be kind to myself and gentle. And then the 4th practice is to actually make a determined decision to not engage in the unskillfulness anymore, to really commit to learning, growing, and maturing. And the 5th practice is one that I've added to this, which is to repeat, because we got to do this over and over and over again. So that is the pasade practice of forgiveness. And I want to ask with a show of hands if you would like to engage this practice with me today, or the reason why I bring this forward as a choice is I'm sensing a lot of, I'm sensing in our community here today with these solar flares, with this energy going on, that there's a lot of, ugh. And I don't even know what the word is other than, ugh. And so to work forgiveness might be a little bit more draining and blah, and maybe not. Let's do something else. And that's also part of a self-forgiveness practice, right? To engage in recognizing in a disciplined practice that we need to make space for flexibility and fluidity. So I think for today, with a raise of hands and a thumbs up for y'all, that maybe we do some breath work to increase some oxygen in the body, and maybe a little loving kindness. A thumbs up, yeah, good, yay. Yay. Oh, I love you all so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love it. Yay. Oh, it's so good. Let's do that. All righty. Sounds grand. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to do some very specific breath work. This is a yogic breath, and it's a little bit hard to do. And so I'd like you to just play and be lighthearted about it. And we're just going to do this a couple of times as a way of sort of clearing some energy. And how you do it is you take a very deep breath in. and then a very quick exhale out. And then on your next inhale in, what you're going to do is take these really rapid fire in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath. So it sounds like this. Can you hear that? It's really fast. In, and you can't hear that? Okay, so it's in, out, 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 in, out. Breath, fast as you can go. Feel your belly rising and falling, in, out, in, out. If you can do this. Now, I'll warn you, it's a little bit on the snotty side. You might get a little bit of dripping from the nose, perfectly normal. And then after you do this, try to do it about 15 times. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Then on the 15th time, let it all out. Really feel the belly contract in. So let's breathe together. Don't worry about if you're doing it right or wrong. Just make your best effort here, friends. So together as a community, let's breathe in nice and deep and slow. Let's count to 5. Ready? Inhale deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this one more time on your own without me counting. Inhale. Exhale. In breath, out breath. 15 times. Big exhale. Hold your breath at the bottom of the exhale. Now, very gently, inhale. Nice and slow and steady, exhale. For anybody who has breathing difficulties, I recognize this is a challenging practice to just simply breathe in and out. Do the best you can. The practice today is to concentrate the mind solely and exclusively on the breath. Breathe in. Slow everything down. Breathe out. Create space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Don't worry about your mind. It's going to think its thinkiness. Breathe in. If your mood is tender, just bring some gentility to your tender mood. Breathe out. Breathe in. Begin to notice any tension in the body. Just notice. Breathe out this tender reverence for tension in the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Notice if your thoughts are connecting together into a story or a memory or a script. Breathe out a smile to the capacity for the mind to be so imaginative and creative in its storytelling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in if you're feeling something very specific like anger, frustration, bewilderment, sorrow. Breathe it in. You are so capable of sitting with any emotion you're experiencing. And breathe out a greeting to that emotion. Hello, anger. I see you. Hello, Mara. I know you. Breathe in. Breathe out. With the breath, I have walked you through and brought your consciousness before the 4 foundations of mindfulness. Mindfulness is present time awareness of the body, of the mind and its thoughts, of the mood, emotions, and your feeling landscape, and of the stories and perceptions that we have. When we can breathe to each one of these 4 practices, we awaken in our being something called bodhicitta, wide open heart. The thing about bodhicitta and our Buddha nature that goes with it is soft and strong at the same time. It is infinite in its expression and incorruptible in its presence. This is our truest nature, and we are practicing to recover it and learn to become more and more of it. And as profound as this is, the access point to bodhicitta is the breath, because it creates so much space for us to be with ourselves exactly as we are, and to put down all of our resistance, all of the stories that dictate the way we should be, and instead allow us space to be as we are. And as we are is extraordinary. You are a marvel to behold. Breathing in, may you feel and sense the depth of your magnificence. Breathing out, smile to this truth. Breathing in, may you sense the peace of bodhicitta. Breathing out, your true nature. Breathing in, may you have the spirit of celebration for your effort and action to be here practicing today. Breathing out, may you stand firmly in how inspiring that is. Breathing in, may you know you belong. Breathing out, here, precisely as you are. Let's enjoy a few moments of silent breathing, allowing ourselves to be as we are. Friends, we'll end our beautiful meditation today paying homage to the three jewels, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. This is a beautiful and very simple chant. It is prefaced with the word Namo, Namo Buddha, Namo Dharma, Namo Sangha. It means with a wide open heart, I bow. We bow to the Buddha who represents the capacity within each of us to awaken to the conditions of our suffering. We bow to the Dharma. These are the teachings of the Buddha that mature us into this wisdom, and we bow to the Sangha, who represents a pure reflection for our own inspiration and the cultivation of keeping us connected to our aspirations. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. Friends, let's go ahead and end our beautiful practice today with a dedication of merit. For those of you who are new to the Buddhist practice, new to Recovery Dharma, we always dedicate this practice because part of the wisdom of this practice is knowing that any benefit we're experiencing, any healing, any transformation we get to identify, it is automatically extended outward into the world. It's just what happens. It ripples out there. And so by bringing it into a dedication, we bring some intentionality, which really reinforces why we're doing what we're doing. We are here to practice how to mature in wisdom, how to open to the limitless qualities of loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. We are here to practice the vastness of mindfulness, and most importantly, we're here to share it. We extend this practice to all of our Sangha members, friends, strangers who are yet to become friends, who are unhoused, living on the streets. We dedicate this practice to all who are suffering in incarcerated conditions. And being jailed is literal and figurative for some. We dedicate this practice for all who are in the hospital, ill and not able to practice. We dedicate this practice to those who are walking around asleep without any awareness that the doors to awakening are right in front of them at all times, awaiting to be opened. All they have to do is step through and realize life delights in their presence, in our presence. We dedicate this practice to all sentient beings who are experiencing insecurity and a lack of safety. May they have peace and ease. We dedicate this practice to all who are experiencing violence, aggression, displacement. May all sentient beings find belonging and connection. We dedicate this practice to all those who are mired in the confusion and distortion of false perceptions. We practice to bring forward clarity and wisdom. To all those who are stuck in the landscape of self-loathing, hatred, and worthlessness, we dedicate this practice to bring forward loving kindness, compassion, and joy. Thank you all for your beautiful, exceptional, and exquisite practice. You inspire us all. We'll see you next time. Namaste.